Daddy, will you help me read my towel?
Daddy with his two little girls and Mom behind the camera, just enjoying life, never realizing just how precious these moments with Colleen and McKenna would become. It was August 2007. The youngest, Colleen, an avid swimmer, started complaining about her knee.
But she had been crying like every night, so we knew there was something wrong.
A few tests, a few doctors, and life is changed forever.
But I could tell by the look on their face, like, I'm so sorry, honey. I could just tell. There was just this gut instinct in me. And I just said to Vince, she's the sickest child they've seen in a really long time.
The diagnosis came like a punch to the stomach. Osteosarcoma, bone cancer, 6 to 9 months to live.
I was like everybody else. And why me? Why us? Why her? She's so happy and she doesn't deserve this.
The next several months were filled with tests, painful radiation, chemotherapy, more tests, and frequent hospital stays, which put Diane in the awful position of trying to convince her 9-year-old daughter to get more chemotherapy.
Tell me why, Colleen.
Because I don't want to.
You're not telling me why. Do you understand that the more you go, the stronger you're going to get?
But then the more I'm going to hurt.
Colleen did get stronger. Her hair started growing back, and everyone dyed their hair pink to celebrate. Diane was realizing how times like these made all the difference in Colleen's short life. It was the emotional support she found at one hospital, but not another.
The child life specialist brought her a port and a sock monkey, and they operated on the sock monkey, and they showed her how they were going to put her a port in her chest.
At a time when Colleen was in too much pain to be hugged, too depressed to share feelings, the emotional support became invaluable.
Imagine trying to comfort and love and be that parent that you want to be so bad and try to make things all better in these situations, and you can't.
There was no support at the hospital when it came time to tell Colleen she was going to die from this disease. No pastor, no psychologist. But Diane had a friend.
I didn't think that my pastor would really had a lot of experience with that. A good friend of mine, her brother-in-law volunteers for hospice. And so she said, why don't you talk to him? And so I called him and we met in a coffee shop, and I said, I need to do this and I need some help because I don't know how to do this and I'm not the least bit prepared. And so it was really wonderful because he told me, this is what she's going to ask and this is what you should tell her, and this is, he really prepared me. And he gave me the exact words to say, and it was really, really great.
Diane and Vince were as prepared as they could be. It was time.
When you go there, you'll be out of pain and you'll be able to just run and breathe and everything will be gone and you'll be so happy. And she said, but I'll have to wait a really long time for you. And it was so wonderful that he had prepared me that way. And he said, and I said, no, that's really the magical thing about heaven, is that it's like you get on a bus and you get off the bus and guess what? We're on the bus right behind you. And I remember Vince telling me that she was really upset and she kept telling him all the things she was going to miss. She said, I'm going to miss my first kiss. And I'm going to miss going to the prom. And I'm going to miss my first date. And I'm going to miss all these things that my friends get to do. And she said, I want you to call Mommy right now. And so he called me, and he put her on the phone with me. And I said, "What?" And she said, "I want my cell phone now." That phone really was like a neat thing in our life, because she would text me, "I love you," and things like that.
Diane cherished those texts from her daughter for 2 more weeks. Then Colleen died quietly on June 9, 2008. But where Colleen's story ends, hope for other children begins, as Diane commits herself to striving for more.
When you lose a child, you never really return to normal. You dig yourself out of a hole of despair and you find a new normal. For me, I really continued to think about the children that were still suffering from this disease and the emotional side effects that come with it. I couldn't stop thinking about those discussions that the families were going to have with their children without the right advice and support. You see, in large children's hospitals, these types of programs are provided by donors and benefactors. But in communities that don't have those types of facilities and programs, families are often left to fend for themselves when it comes to the mental well-being of their children. That was when I decided to put experts together, and Striving for More was born. I brought together medical oncologists, pastors, social workers, child life specialists, fundraisers, and accountants. We went out to the medical community and we found out what our mission should be. We then went to the community at large to raise awareness and support. We went to churches, we went to philanthropic organizations, women's society groups, neighborhood associations, and business groups. We were greeted with an abundance of support and generosity. Businesses gave us products and services, restaurants gave us food and facilities, and talented individuals donated their time. We are transitioning from an organization that was just raising awareness to an organization that's ready to help children, and I am asking for your help. You can simply tell a friend about Striving for More and our mission. You can go out to Facebook and become a fan and ask your friends to become a fan as well. You can follow us on Twitter at Striving for More. You can go to one of our restaurants during a benefit night and enjoy a good meal for a great cause. You can contact us to find out how your group can run a fundraising event to benefit ours. You can find out how you can use your time and talents to get involved and help our organization. Or you can go to our website at www.strivingformore.org and make a donation. We are striving for more so that no family will have to go through childhood cancer alone.